Every day, this man saves $500, and he's been doing this for 35 years. But oddly, he lives like a homeless man, using an old toothbrush as a comb, and the mirror in front of him is made up of nail clippers. Every day, he washes his hair with mineral water and then starts his morning exercise. But his workout spot isn't a park. It's this narrow stairwell filled with snacks and drinks. After his exercise, he kneels down to pray, and his object of prayer is just a school bag. The man looks serious and shows utmost respect to the bag. Without this bag that refreshes daily, he wouldn't have survived being trapped in the stairwell for 35 years. After the prayer, he carefully holds the bag in his arms, unzips it, takes out the juice, and neatly arranges it by the wall. Then he takes out a stack of dollars and places it on the pile of bills in the corner. Next, he sorts out the bag and the remaining items one by one, and only then does his day's work end. In contrast to the man's orderly life, the old man living upstairs has completely given up hope. Trapped in the stairwell for 35 years, he's been living in a daze, having lost all other living abilities except eating and sleeping. The stairwell where the old man lives is filled with rubbish, but he doesn't care at all, since all the items in the stairwell magically refresh every day. Just by looks, no one would believe that this scruffy old man was once a dashing policeman, while the spirited man beside him was just a panicked thief back then. 35 years ago, the old man accidentally shot and killed the man's brother with a gun, but in this never-ending stairwell, the two have long made up and have been depending on each other for survival. However, one day the old man suddenly grabbed his head and shouted in agony. The man rushed to his side. It seemed the old man was suffering from terrible pain, and before the man could figure out what was happening, the old man passed away. After the old man's death, the man became restless. He ran up and down the stairs, trying to distract himself, but it didn't work at all. Soon, the man's mental state began to deteriorate. The oppressive environment of the stairwell made him lonely and irritable, and he messed up the once tidy stairwell. The man took out the gun from 35 years ago, put the cold barrel in his mouth, and wanted to end it all. However, no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't pull the trigger. After 35 years, the internal parts had rusted into scrap metal and couldn't function normally. In the end, the man despairingly realized that he would continue to be trapped in this never-ending stairwell with no hope of escape.